right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived here in Eldon, Missouri at the Lake Ozark Speedway. Racetrack's just over here, and behind me you can see a full pit area, 410 sprint cars. Welcome back. We are racing with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. This is our second race on the weekend of 5 in a row as we start south here in Missouri and start working our way north through Iowa and South Dakota. And as you can tell by looking at the racetrack, it is soaked. Every time I've walked up here just to kind of look at it today, they have been burning laps with the water truck. You can definitely tell they're trying to do their due diligence and getting some moisture in this surface with a large car count, and on top of that, very warm temperatures. It's definitely hot in Missouri today, and they know that if they don't do their job, this thing, it can go away in a hurry. So they're just trying to give us a surface where we can put on a good show, have some grip early, kind of widen out for the heat races, maybe touch it up at some point, and then have a really, really good feature top to bottom. So we're gonna be getting after it with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Love racing with these guys. Here soon, we're gonna have engine heat, hot laps, and qualifying. We're looking forward to having a good night. Well, we just got our night underway here at Lake Ozark and started off qualifying really, really well. Fourth quick overall out of 37 cars and second in our group. The nice thing about the All-Star format is you're only going up against the cars in your group, so being fourth overall didn't really matter, but showed that we had good speed, went out early, kept our foot to the floor, and just laid down a good time. First lap was all right. It's kind of just right through the middle or a little bit above, but the second lap where I gained some time, I think, is getting into 3. I was able to almost like get in the fluff with my right sides and then turn down and make the corner shorter, center off, and just drive off straight. And you know, I think we were a 12.0. QuickTime ended up being an 11.8. So we were right there, but for a little bit we were at the top of the charts, and you know, we're kind of setting the pace for the day. But that's gonna now, like I said, put us on the pole of a heat race. Track's fast. I think it's gonna stay that way for a little bit. We're gonna maybe just make a few minor changes. It scares me when you're that quick to make too many adjustments because obviously the car is good, and now it's just in my hands to do my job. So that crash there on the first lap of the heat race caused a lengthy red flag because they had to do some fence repair. So they pushed all of us to the backstretch of 3 and 4 and actually let our crews come on the track for a quick open red. And that is when Carly noticed something. Yes, you heard her correctly. Carly noticed that my right rear was going flat, and we had 2 options, either to change it right then and there or try to wait till the last second, which is what we did on the red flag, and fill it with air, pump the bleeder up, and then go out there and let me spin my tires to try to hold enough so I could at least try to salvage a decent finish here. We didn't even have a fair shot. If you come over here.
Now it destroyed the tire. How hot it is.
Yeah.
You didn't even check that.
Look, it blistered. It blistered. It started to come apart. So we had an open red, or we had a big red on the first lap, and me and Day went back and forth. I got him in 1, and then he got me in 3. And then Carly came out to me because someone tore the fence down. So we had a minute, and Carly goes, "Your right rear's going down." Well, there's a hole in it, so it was down to 4 or 5 pounds. So we waited out there. Carly put air in it at the last second, and we got just enough in, I guess, to where we could limp around for the feature.
7 inches, 7 3/4 inch stack.
Yeah, I mean, the right rear came in at 4
Nowhere
pounds.
near what we even were trying to run.
Yeah, it sucks. You throw one, we have to throw our setup out the window because you know we didn't learn anything there. Just obviously the tire was going down, and I knew it was going down from the start. Even the second time I took off with Day, I slid him, and I knew I was in trouble, and I just needed to try to hang on for a second. I could not go anywhere. I actually could run through the middle okay because my right rear was stuck, but anyway, that sucks. I think we could have maybe won that heat race, and you know, something small like that takes you out of contention, and you just have to salvage.
Yeah, we ran over some.
So we're about ready to roll out for the feature here. Got 30 laps around Lake Ozark. They just went out and did a little prep after the B main event. We should be rolling off from the 5th row inside starting position, so 9th. We're closer to the front, which is good. I'm hoping if guys can kind of start doing their thing, we can put ourselves in position to move forward, or at least maintain and wait for opportunity to go forward. It sucks we had that debacle in the heat race and, you know, all that chaos because we really didn't get a chance to test the race car. Kind of just going off of where we were in qualifying and some notes on what we've done to kind of tighten up and find grip, and we're just going to go that direction. So A main event's going to be coming up next. We're going to be strapping in soon. So just climbed in the car and about to back out to the racetrack. I think this surface is going to go through quite a few changes. They did kind of go out there and tickle the bottom, tickle the top. I think that's going to only last a little bit, and it's just going to get super, super slick. We're going to run up top. Unless it lays rubber, I think we're going to have to follow the grip towards the fence, and on the bottom, it's just going to get slower and slower throughout the race. Hopefully we can get a good start, get a good first 5 laps under our belt, try to get in a rhythm and move towards the front.
on that restart, then checked that guy up, and then you were there.
Shoot, I didn't realize he slid. I should have stuck with all.
Everybody got.
No, he slid across and he screwed that guy up that screwed you up.
I get that. What I'm saying is my plan was to go wherever Sam wasn't, but if I would have, I should have known how much speed he was going into the corner. If I would have known that, I would have
just slid across.
If I would have ran the bottom, I would have got 2 or 3 spots right there. I was just saying I'm gonna go wherever he doesn't go.
Right.
But hindsight, looking back, I should have just been the bottom.
But that was a good race.
Yeah.
You were running the top good, you were responding.
Yeah, I felt like you were close to
A few
him.
more laps, I think you would have gotten Sam.
The only thing that sucked, I think, is just like my car. I need to find out why, but it's not bad. Like it makes good grip, but it's, I don't know if it's just that it's getting down too quick and getting to the bump too quick, but like it gets in the corner and it's like it's down for a second and then it transfers weight to the right rear and it makes it feel really loose and like if I'm going fast, so like it makes it so hard to drive hard. Even like. So we just got done fueling up and we're heading to the next track. Quick recap from Lake Ozark, and that feature started 9th, finished 11th. Sucks on paper that we dropped back, but I felt we ran a solid race. First 10 laps from the 5th row, kind of maintained and was right behind Sam Hafer-Teep Jr. and a couple of other cars. And right before the yellow came out, we were all kind of bunched together. I tried running down low early and then kind of moved up to the top, and I felt like a lot of guys were kind of in a train up there until it literally got right on the fence in 1 and 2 and a little bit down in 3 and 4. So things early were going great, and then when the yellow came out, kind of knocked me out of my rhythm. And on the restart, the car in front of me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go wherever they don't. Well, they chose to go what looked like where they were going to the bottom. That was Sam, but he actually ended up sliding the car in front of him, which ran the top. And so I sailed it around the high side, and when those two kind of got racing on corner exit, the car in 7th that was getting slid biked on the curb, and I was right behind them, so that threw my momentum off, and it's already such a long ways around that stalled our lane out, and I lost a couple of spots. And a similar situation happened a couple laps later when another car biked in front of me. Not a huge hiccup, but just enough to where, like I said, it stalls the lane, and then you get, passed by guys on the bottom. So I probably dropped back a little bit, and then from there, I think I passed one more car and finished 11th. I actually thought we were good enough to definitely be where we were and maybe a little bit ahead. It just, wrong placement at wrong times on that one restart when everyone was close enough to kind of make moves that shuffled us back. Overall, happy with our car. I think we were a 7 out of 10. We just needed a little bit more on entry of the corner, stability-wise, because every time I just tried to go a little bit harder in, I felt like I got a weird freeness, kind of more on the right rear. Almost like I would lose it if I didn't put my car right in the perfect spot, and that would either help my corner if I hit it right, and if I didn't, then it just made me more upset. Anyway, looking back, we did really well, qualifying good and, getting okay in the heat race with that flat tire issue, and then, salvaging a decent 30-lap feature kind of in the mix. And of course, I want more. I'm not content. I think what's frustrating is we're close enough to where if we just put it all together, I think we can jump significantly, from where we're at to potentially a top 5, or if we can get in a dash, we can start close to the front row. We just got to really click things off and, put the whole package together, with me as the driver, the car, our team, and work on that process every single night. But that's the goal. We're going to keep working on it. Solid night of racing at Lake Ozark Speedway. Glad the car's in one piece, and we're on to the next one. Deuces.